Hello my fellow hunters. So recently I have been getting a lot of questions about my Switchaxe builds, and also how am I completing level 200 anomaly quests. Well, in this video I will be doing a weapon showcase to show the 6 sets I use to take on level 250 monsters. And since some of you are new to my channel, I will let you know that I have been playing Base Rise on the Switch version since it first came out. And now that I am in the end game of Sunbreak, that is the Switch version. So let's dive into my first Switchaxe set. For my Switchaxe, I use the Vengeful Felclave, since it is the best blast option in Sunbreak. The augments I use for the Switchaxe is attack level 2 and also the Rampage slot upgrade. The reason why I have a Rampage upgrade slot is because the Switchaxe needs a Rampage skill, File Switch Boost, which is the Switch's Jewel 3 decoration. It buffs files when switching between Axe mode and Sword mode, and is recommended to be used for every Switchaxe. The Wirebug skills I use for my builds are as follows: Forward Overhead Slash, which advances you towards the monster, Finishing Discharge, 2-stage morph / combo, Soaring Wyvern Blade, and the Elemental Burst counter. The 2-stage morph / combo and Elemental Burst counter are two of the most important skills, since they help boost up the file gauge quicker, and the Elemental counter can parry any attack, and it is your strongest skill for Switchaxe. The armor set I use for this set are as follows: Risen Kaiser Horns, Risen Kaiser Mail, Lambert Wrist Trays, Archfiend Armor, Aura, Death Stench Heal X, and the charm I use is Attack 3, Rapid Morph 1 with 2 level 1 slots. The key skills you need for the Switchaxe are as follows: Protective Polish 3 to prolong the purple sharpness, Speed Sharpening 3, Rapid Morph 3, Burst 3, Critical Boost 3, Weakness Exploit 3, Ethan Extender 2, Teostra Blessing 2, Bloodlust 2. Adrenaline Rush 2 is a must because Switchaxe can get the attack boost so easily with the sidestep, and also Build Up boost. The rest of the skills either come with the armor or are completely optional. The augment skills I have added are Crit Boost 1, Bloodlust 2, Build Up boost, and Weakness Exploit. This set can hit 100% affinity when you recover from Bloodlust, which is important because all your axe and sword moves do critical damage. However, fire damage does not crit, but it is not that much of a problem. Feel free to use this set if you can make it. It will require a lot of afflicted material. So this is my Blast Switchaxe set, and so let's move on to the next set. The Switchaxe I use for ice element is the Splitter which is Lagombi Switchaxe. It is the strongest ice Switchaxe in Sunbreak at the moment because it has the highest ice element. The augments I use for this Switchaxe is attack level 1 and level 6 elemental boost. Just like the previous set, this weapon also has a rampage level 3 slot, which is perfect for fire switch boost. The wirebug skills are the exact same for each set, so I'm not gonna go over them. The only difference from the last set is that instead of using Risen Kaiser Mail, I use the Silver Soul Mail, which has got the augmented skill Burst. Soul Mail gives a skill that is required for elemental weapons. Element Exploit. Element Exploit increases the elemental damage when attacking weak points, which makes elemental weapons very strong. So the main skills you want for this Switchaxe is as follows: Ice Attack 5, Attack Boost 4, Crit Eye 4, Critical Boost 3, Weakness Exploit 3, Protective Polish 3, Speed Sharpening 3, Rapid Morph 3, Burst 3, Evade Extender 2, Kushla Blessing 2, Bloodlust 1, Elemental Exploit. As for the charm, I have an attack 3 that it has an ice attack 1 with it, and also with a level 3 slot and level 1 slot. This is my go-to ice set to take on monsters that are weak to ice, such as Espinus, Diablos, Senoga, Rajang and Lucid Nagakuga. If you want an ice set for Switchaxe, you can use this template, but the set might change since we are getting Volcana in the next update, so her weapons might be better. This is my Stutter for Ice Switchaxe, so let's move on to the next set. For Water Element Switchaxe, I use the Void Bringer Axe. Omicron has the best war weapons in the game, so it's a no-brainer. The augments are all the same for each elemental Switchaxe, which is level 1 attack and level 6 elemental boost. And they all have the level 3 rampage slot, which is a bonus. The armor set is the same for all my elemental sets, however for water, fire and dragon, I use different charms and skills. For the water set, I use level 3 handicraft because it can get to purple sharpness, and with protective polish you can prolong the sharpness for a long time, since Switchaxe can do a lot of hits in a short time. For monsters I use this on are as follows: Flaming Espinus, Silver Rathalos, Anjanath and Scorned Magnamarlo. The Water Switchaxe is one of the strongest Switchaxes in the game, so I suggest you pick it up if you want to try Elemental Switchaxe. So this is my setup for water, and let's move on to the next set. The Switchaxe I use for fire is Magma Omegron's Volcanic Switch. Magma Omegron has the strongest fire weapons in the game, just like the regular Omegron. However, Silver Rathalos is a close second, but it has less fire element. The fire set is the exact same as the water set when it comes to augments and armor. Handicraft 3 is pretty much required for this Switchaxe because it can reach purple sharpness, and with protective polish you can prolong the purple sharpness for a long time in the hunt. The monsters I use it on are as follows: Nunagaran, Garsorag, Gormagala and Comilios. So for Fire Switchaxe you can use this or the Silverlow Switchaxe. They're both good, but the Volcanic Switch has more element, but it is up to you. So this is my fire set, and let's move on to the next set. The Thunder Switchaxe I use in Sunbreak is the Thunderclap, which is the Thunder Serpent Tree. Nara weapons are the strongest Thunder weapons in Sunbreak, but they do require a lot of material from Nara and also Allmother. The augments I use for this Switchaxe are level 4 elemental boost and also the Rampage upgrade slot, because this Switchaxe needs a level 3 slot to use Fire Switch boost. The armor and skills are the same as the previous sets, but for this build I don't use handicraft, so instead I added a few levels of defiance. The charm I use for this set is attack level 3, Rapidamorph 1 with 2 level 1 slots. The Thunderclap is one of the best Switchaxes in the game, and it is good against monsters that are extremely weak to thunder, such as Daimyo Hermitor, Shogun Senator, Nagakuga, Seregios and Tigrex. So this is my Thunder Switchaxe setup, and so let's move on to the final set. For Dragon Switchaxe, I use the Calamitous Axe, the strongest Dragon Switchaxe in Sunbreak. This Switchaxe comes from the Death Stench tree, so you will need Death Stench material to unlock it. The augments I use are the same as the previous weapons: level 1 attack and level 6 elemental boost. It also has a level 3 rampage slot, which is what is needed. This Switchaxe has more dragon element than its Switchaxe weapons when it's fully augmented, but Switchaxe has better sharpness. The armor is the exact same as the others, but this Switchaxe needs handicraft 3, so it can reach purple sharpness. The charm I use is attack level 3 with an ice attack 1 with a 3 and a 1 slot. When it comes to dragon matchups, there isn't many monsters that are weak to dragon, so the only monsters you can use it on properly is Rathian, Rathalos, Shagaru Magala, Lucent Naga Kuga, Thunder Serpent Nawa, and Wind Serpent Ibushi. So if you want to use a dragon Switchaxe, it's either this or Switchaxe. It is up to you what you prefer, but this is my setup for dragon. So next, I'm going to show you the basic combos of Switchaxe if you decide to get Sunbreak. So when it comes to Switchaxe, it's got a unique moveset and also a lot of skills. Some of these skills are locked behind certain quests, but you have to complete these quests to get these wirebug skills, such as the second stage morph along with the elemental burst counter. The second stage morph and the elemental counter can get you amped up in the hunt very quickly, and thanks to second stage morph you can keep on re-amping your Switchaxe, which is really good. Paired with protective polish, you can keep yourself amped and at max sharpness for a long time. As for the elemental counter, it's either a hit or miss kind of skill, because for you to get the parry off correctly, you have to press the trigger at the right time when the monster's attack is about to land or when the monster is about to roar. Sometimes it can mess up if the monster misses you or if you mistime the roar, in which you can waste 2 wirebugs when using this skill, and then if you get pinned or get sent flying, you will not be able to recover the wirefall. So you have to be very careful when using the burst counter. But on some monsters it's quite easy to pull off, but on some monsters it can be difficult. So if you want to try out Switchaxe, I recommend just testing it in the training area on a dummy, because it can be a tough weapon to learn at first, but honestly it is very easy to pick up. The only thing you'll have to learn is the perfect timings for the elemental counter. Other than that, the Switchaxe is very easy to use. So these are my 6 sets for our Switchaxe in Sunbreak, and the sets are probably not going to be changing anytime soon, since I am already in the end game. But the only set that might change is the ice set, because Volcano comes out in a few days. Other than that, you can copy these sets if you want to. But this was my first weapon showcase video, because it's not very often I get questions about my sets. So I hope you guys found it entertaining and also informative, and I hope you guys will enjoy what's coming next. I've still got a few 200s coming, and obviously Volcano on the way, so there's plenty of more content coming. And so I'm going to end the video here, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you next time. And of course, happy hunting!